This week on Granite State Challenge, the team from Souhegan High School takes on the team from Trinity High School. Only one team will advance. Granite State Challenge starts now.
Major funding for the production of Granite State Challenge is provided by Unitil. Additional funding provided by NEA New Hampshire, Safety Insurance, DF Richard Energy, HRCU, and viewers like you. Thank you. Get ready. It's time for New Hampshire high schools to match wits in a high-stakes scholastic showdown. It's time for Granite State Challenge. Here's your host, John Cannon.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our second quarterfinal match this season on Granite State Challenge. One team has already punched their ticket to the semifinals, and one of these two teams here with us this week are hoping to join them. Let's introduce them to you. First up, we have the team from Souhegan High School.
Hi, I'm Kason. I'm a junior.
Hi, I'm Caleb, and I'm a junior.
I'm Morgan, and I'm a junior.
I'm Emma, and I'm a junior.
All right, the team is coached by social studies teacher Nicholas Drinkwater, and that's the team from Souhegan High School. And their opponents this week are the team from Trinity High School.
I'm Hayden, and I'm a senior.
I'm Matt, and I'm a senior.
I'm Desmond, and I'm a junior.
I'm Tyler, and I'm a junior.
The alternates for Trinity are Rob and Long, and the coaches are social studies teacher Andrew Lavoie and math teacher Louis Sievers, and they are the team from Trinity High School. All right, those are our teams this week, but we do have one more introduction, and that, of course, is our judge with us again, Ann Belanger. All right, introductions are out of the way, players. Go ahead and grab those signaling devices. We're going to play some Granite State Challenge. As you know, in round one, we do 10-point toss-up questions. So, Souhegan, Trinity, good luck. Let's go. In what 1940 movie will you find the characters Geppetto, Jiminy, Figaro, and Cleo? Emma of Souhegan.
Pinocchio.
Yes. This Danish author wrote The Ugly Duckling, The Emperor's New Clothes, and The Princess and the Pea. There is a statue of his Little Mermaid that can be found in Copenhagen. Desmond of Trinity.
Hans Christian Andersen.
That's right. Rule number 4 of the rules of golf states that you can carry 14 of these in your bag. Hayden of Trinity.
Clubs.
Yes. Chris Hemsworth plays this hammer-carrying god in several Marvel movies. Kason of Souhegan.
Thor.
Yes. Once known as Bedloes Island, Liberty Island is the home of this well-known statue created by Frederick August Bartholdi. Hayden of Trinity.
Statue of Liberty.
That's right. Connecticut is known as the Nutmeg State. Spell Connecticut. Tyler of Trinity.
C-O-N-N-E-C-T-I-C-U-T.
Yes, you got it.
There you go.
For your next question, go ahead and take a look at your monitors, teams. Born into slavery, this man became a renowned educator, orator, and author, and was the first leader of the Tuskegee Institute in Alabama. Matt of Trinity.
Booker T. Washington.
He's the one. This active stratovolcano on the east coast of Sicily in Italy is one of the world's most active volcanoes. In Greek mythology, Zeus trapped the serpentine giant Typhon under the volcanic mountain after he tried to overthrow Zeus. Kason of Souhegan.
Mount Etna.
Yes. Teams, what vaccine created by Jonas Salk was first tested in 1952? Matt of Trinity.
The polio vaccine.
That's right.
Oh boy.
Teddy Roosevelt threatened to ban this sport in the U.S. unless changes were made in the game because of the high number of fatalities and serious injuries, including 19 deaths of college athletes in 1905. Matt of Trinity.
Football.
Football's right.
Oh boy.
These flightless African birds are the tallest birds in the world and can range from 7 to 9 feet tall. Kason of Souhegan.
Ostrich.
Yes. All right, teams, go ahead, take another look at your monitors. This species of dolphin was featured in the TV series Flipper in the 1960s, where he was the Lassie of dolphins. Morgan of Souhegan.
Bottlenose dolphin.
That's right. In this 2017 Disney movie, a young musician, Miguel, goes into the land of the dead to find his great-great-grandfather. Tyler of Trinity.
Coco.
One of my favorites. Singer-songwriter Chris Christopherson, astronomer Edwin Hubble, theoretical physicist Brian Greene, Senator Cory Booker, former Supreme Court Justice and New Hampshire resident David Souter, U.S. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, and former President Bill Clinton have all been recipients of this prestigious scholarship to Oxford University. That is the Rhodes Scholarship. This ancient Roman road connected Rome to Brindisi and was constructed to transport military supplies. Kaysen of Sauhegan.
The Appian Way.
That is right. All right, teams, our next question is our Unitil power question. It's worth double the points, so 20-point toss-up coming to you on your monitors. Take a look.
When you're playing the guitar, these are made up of first and fifth notes of a major scale.
Hayden of Trinity.
Power chords.
A power chord is right. This 17th century French playwright and actor, perhaps best known for his works Tartuffe and Les Misanthropes, died on stage in 1673 while performing in the last play he had written, Le Malade Imaginaire, or The Imaginary Invalid. Kaysen of Sauhegan.
Voltaire.
Sorry, no. Trinity? Hayden?
Williams.
Sorry, no, it is Molière. Molière. This legendary Brazilian soccer player scored 1,279 goals in 1,363 games in his career. Hayden of Trinity?
Pele.
Yes. What poet, known as the Belle of Amherst, wrote the lines, "Because I could not stop for death, he kindly stopped for me"? Hayden of Trinity.
Dickinson.
Emily Dickinson is right. What three-word phrase does Porky Pig say at the end of Looney Tunes cartoons? Desmond of Trinity.
That's all, folks.
That's right. In 1998, this was adopted as the state sport of New Hampshire. Caleb of Sauhegan.
Skiing.
Skiing is right. Teams, what piece of sporting equipment is 1 inch thick and 3 inches in diameter and shares a name with a character in a play by William Shakespeare? Tyler of Trinity.
Puck.
Puck is right. All right, teams, you may want pencil and paper for this question. If you release a film this year, how will you write the copyright for 2024 in Roman numerals? Kaysen of Sauhegan.
MMXXIV.
Right. This Arizona senator and presidential candidate spent 5.5 years as a prisoner in a North Vietnamese prison camp. It was John McCain. Who is the evil and dark Lord of the Rings in J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings? Desmond of Trinity.
Sauron.
That's right. This could be a human-like figure with an alluring voice from Greek mythology that draws you toward it, or an object that makes a screeching sound on an ambulance or fire truck that tells you to get out of the way. Desmond of Trinity.
Siren.
Yes, that is right. All right, that sound ends round 1 and Trinity out to a bit of a lead by a score of 160 to 80. All right, great start, teams. Keep it up. Before we get into round 2, we're going to take a moment and get to know our players a little bit more, starting with the team from Sauhegan High School. Sauhegan High School is located in Amherst, but it has students from both Amherst and Mount Vernon on the team. About 750 students attend Sauhegan High School. And the captain of the team is Kaysen Fox. Got to go on a pretty cool school trip and do something pretty neat.
Yeah, I went to France on a school trip and I did a cooking class.
A cooking class. So describe this cooking class. What'd you make? What was it like?
We made chicken cordon bleu, which was very tasty. It was just a fun class. Like, I wasn't necessarily expecting it to be something that I would like, but I really enjoyed it.
There's nothing more French than chicken cordon bleu. So well done. Next on the team is Caleb, who, like myself, a bit of a vexillologist. Yeah, what are you working on right now?
So I am designing a flag for the town of Mount Vernon, New Hampshire.
Okay.
Because we don't have one, and I think we should.
The town doesn't have a flag. Describe your design.
So my design is a dark green field with a St. George's cross in the top left corner with a pine tree and then the seal of Mount Vernon.
Very cool, very cool. And what's the likelihood the town of Mount Vernon is going to adopt this flag?
We'll see. The town meeting's coming up. So.
All right, excellent. Well, good luck. I hope they do. All right, next on the team is Morgan. I think last time you were on In the first round, we talked about hockey, but you also do a different sport, which is?
I do rowing.
All right, so you are on the crew team. Is this a crew team that's just Souhegan High School, or is there kids from other schools also on it?
Yeah, we're combined with a couple of schools. We have some people from Milford and ASD.
All right, and you get to compete against other schools?
Yep.
I don't know of any rivers. Well, I guess the Souhegan River is near you guys. Is that big enough to crew on, or do you have to go somewhere else?
No, we go on Babusick Lake.
Okay, all right. Well, that makes a little more sense. Excellent. Rounding out the team is Emma, who is a member of the sort of Best Buddies organization at Souhegan High School. For folks at home who may not know what that is, tell them what that is.
Best Buddies is an international nonprofit organization that works on including the physical and intellectually disabled. At Souhegan, our chapter is all about making friends and getting them more into the community. My best buddy is Harold, and I love him so much, and I love doing Best Buddies events.
Well, shout out to Harold and the entire group at Best Buddies. So that is your team from Souhegan High School. All right, let's meet up with the team from Trinity High School. Trinity High School is located in Manchester, New Hampshire. There's about 300 students from all around the surrounding towns. And they are led by Captain Hayden, Senior Captain Hayden. And despite being a lifelong New Hampshireite, you really want to move somewhere where it is
warm.
Warm, yes.
Real nice and warm.
Nice and warm. So it's April 11th today that this is going to be on the air, so we don't know what the weather's going to be like there. But where are you thinking? We say somewhere warm. Where do you have in mind?
I'd love to move to Miami.
Miami, Florida. Okay, what is it about Miami?
It's warm.
Fair enough. All right. That sounds good to me. All right, joining him on the team is Matt. Hopes to study theology in college. Why theology?
I do, because I'd love to teach it, because I think the way that modern Catholic schools handle it isn't the best, and I think that they're more focused on do this, do this, do this, as opposed to why should we do this? How does this benefit my community? Why is this an important thing to keep in mind?
Excellent. Spoken like a true teacher. Good luck, and we'll see you in the classroom in a few years. All right, next on the team, Desmond Lee is a fan of a famous American poet. Who we got?
I'm a huge fan of Edgar Allan Poe.
Edgar Allan Poe. So what is it in particular you like about Poe?
I just find the way he writes horror and like just very gripping and scary.
All right. Any recommendations for the folks at home?
I always think that The Murders in the Rue Morgue is pretty underrated and very good.
All right. So there you have it. Rounding out the team is Tyler, and Tyler's got a pretty cool job, I think. Where do you work?
Yeah, I do some work at the Derry Museum of History,
okay,
which is located under the Derry Opera House. And most of my work, along with people who go there, is just curating. We have a lot of artifacts that we've collected, like just gathered over the years from volunteers and people donating them. And we just curate them. We log what they are, where they go, make the museum look really nice for people to come. So you can pop by sometime.
Is it open to the public? You can just come by anytime. Derry Museum of History. There you have it. And that is the team from Trinity High School. All right, teams, that was great to get to know you. We're going to move right into round two. Round two is our 3 strikes and you're out round. So the way this works is each team gets 10 questions. We go down the line player by player. Each player gets a question until all 10 are asked, or until 3 incorrect responses or 3 strikes, and you are out. Just as a reminder, each team has 3 passes, so you could pass to the person next to you. And there's always a little bit of a clue in the previous question to your question. So Souhegan, we'll do this alphabetically. We will start with you. Kaysen, here's your question. Sir Francis Bacon, who has been called the father of empiricism, served as Lord Chancellor of England from 1617 to 1621 under this king, who was the son of Mary, Queen of Scots.
King George II.
It is James I. Caleb, James Madison, the 4th President of the United States, is known as the father of this document.
Constitution.
That's right. Morgan, the first 10 amendments to the U.S. Constitution are known collectively as this.
The Bill of Rights.
You're correct. Emma, the 1791 book, The Rights of Man, by this man, stated that political revolution was allowed when government doesn't protect the rights of its people.
Pass.
All right, Kaysen, your question?
Pass.
Caleb.
Rousseau.
Sorry, no, it is Thomas Paine. Thomas Paine. Morgan. Thomas Paine also wrote this popular pamphlet that advocated for independence from Great Britain. It is common sense. Tough category, but that ends your 3 strikes and you're out rounds. All right, Trinity, we move on to you. Same procedure. Hayden, we'll start with you. This is your question. The Journey song, Don't Stop Believin', was used in the finale of this show about a mob boss and his family.
The Sopranos?
Yes. Matt, this soprano is known for her 5-octave range and the Christmas song, All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Mariah Carey?
Yes. Desmond, the song All I Want for Christmas Is You is featured in the movie Love Actually. One of the actors in Love Actually is Alan Rickman, who played this potions professor in the Harry Potter movies.
Snape?
Yes. Tyler, Alan Rickman played villain Hans Gruber in this movie starring Bruce Willis as police detective John McClane.
Die Hard?
Yes. Hayden, Danish author Hans Christian Andersen wrote over 150 fairy tales, including this one, about a lass who was half fish and half woman.
The Little Mermaid?
That's right. Matt, in this 2003 Disney movie, a clownfish father sets out to find his son.
Finding Nemo?
That is right. Desmond, you will find Captain Nemo in 2 novels by this author, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea and The Mysterious Island.
Melville?
Sorry, it's Jules Verne. Tyler, the 1992 film A League of Their Own about an all-female baseball team featured this single-named singer of songs like a Virgin and Vogue in the role of Maud Mordabito.
Pass.
Hayden?
Pass.
Matt?
Sure.
It is Madonna. Desmond, the 1968 song by this group opens with the line, Lady Madonna, children at your feet.
I don't know.
Lady Madonna is a famous song by the Beatles. That is 3 strikes and the end of your rounds. All right, so that's the end of round 2. We're going to roll right into round 3, our 60-second round. I'd like to invite the alternates to come on up and join their teams at the podium. In our 60-second round, each team gets 10 questions in a category. You could talk together, work together as a team. We'll take the captain's answer as the team answer. And Sauhegan and Kaysen, as the team trailing right now, you get to select first from our 3 categories this week, which are O to be Seen, Road Trip, and Old English. O to be Seen, Road Trip, Old English.
We'll go road trip.
Road trip. All right. The answers to the following will all include the word road. All right. So, Kaysen, you have your whole team there. We'll take your answer as the team answer. 60 seconds, start the clock. 1970 song by the Beatles about a twisty path to your door.
Road.
Is a long and winding road. 1957 novel by Jack Kerouac or a 2019 song by Post Malone.
Road.
It is on the road. This cartoon character is often being hunted by the Wile E. Coyote.
Roadrunner.
Yes. This is a small New England state.
Rhode Island.
Yes. In this song by Ray Charles, someone is asked to not come back no more, no more.
Hit the road, Jack.
Yes. In this poem by Robert Frost, the protagonist takes the road less traveled.
2 roads diverged.
It is road not taken. This allows individuals to study at Oxford University in England.
The Rhodes Scholarship.
Yes. Willie Nelson sang about not being able to wait to be here.
On the road.
Judge, think about that. Path Dorothy and her companions followed.
Yellow Brick Road.
All right. This 2018 song by Lil Nas X was a huge hit.
Old Town Road.
Yes. And judges, it was On the Road Again by Willie Nelson, which is the name of the song. We gonna give it to him? No, so how many is that? 6 out of 10 on your rounds. All right, Trinity, we turn to you. You could choose from O to be Seen and Old English.
Old English, please.
Old English, okay. I will give you a word used in England, and you have to give me the American equivalent. All right? 60 seconds. Trinity, Hayden, I'll take your answer as the team answer. Start the clock. This part of your car is called a boot.
Trunk.
Yes. You might snack on some crisps.
Chips.
Yes. You might also snack on some chips.
French fries.
Yes. There is nothing like a biscuit to take the edge off your hunger.
Cookie.
Yes. Make sure you have a torch in your house for emergencies.
Flashlight.
Yes. You probably learned to play draughts when you were young.
Marbles.
Is checkers. A Hoover is a handy thing to have in your house.
Vacuum.
Yes. Be sure you have plenty of nappies if you are babysitting an infant.
Diapers.
Yes. Without petrol, you will not get very far on your journey.
Gas.
Most people keep their spanner in a toolbox.
Wrench.
Sounds good to me. Is it 9 out of 10 on your 60-second rounds? All right, great job, Trinity. Thank you, alternates. You can go ahead and take your seats. We're going to roll right into round 4. In round 4, we're going to continue with our toss-up questions, but we're going to be doubling the point value. So 20-point toss-up questions. We will also be deducting points, 20 points for incorrect responses. So play smart and strategic. Sauhegan and Trinity, good luck. Let's go. What gift did the true love give on the second day of Christmas in the song, The 12 Days of Christmas? Kaysen of Sauhegan?
2 turtle doves.
That's right. This Manchester Central High graduate shocked the state with her 1956 novel Peyton Place, about life in a small town. The fictional Peyton Place was partially based on the real Gilmanton, New Hampshire. That New Hampshire author was Grace Metalius. Juneteenth is a holiday that commemorates the ending of slavery in 1865, when enslaved people in Galveston, Texas, were finally told they were free. On what date is Juneteenth celebrated? Desmond of Trinity.
June 19th.
That is correct. Our next clue is a video clue coming to you from Captain Jack from last year's championship team of Merrimack. Take a look.
Hi, we're the 2023 Granite State Challenge champions, Merrimack High School, and here's a question for you. Composer and producer George Martin was often called the 5th member of this 4-member band.
Kaysen of Sauhegan.
Beatles.
That's right. Thank you, Jack. This weather pattern is caused by unusually warm ocean waters in the equatorial Pacific. Its name is Spanish for boy child. Matt of Trinity.
El Nino.
That's right. One of this Russian composer and virtuoso pianist's best-known works is his second piano concerto. Music from the concerto is also popular in figure skating, where it is known as Rock 2. Sergei Rachmaninoff is that composer. All right, teams, how many dice do you need to play a game of Yahtzee? Hayden of Trinity?
5.
That's right. Known as the Iron Lady, she was the leader of the Conservative Party from 1975 to 1990 and Prime Minister of the United Kingdom from 1979 to 1990. Desmond of Trinity.
Margaret Thatcher.
That's right. All right, our next question is coming to you on your monitors. It's a civics question. Take a look.
Hi there, I'm Hannah McCarthy, co-host of NHPR's Civics 101, the podcast refresher course on how our democracy works. We've got a few questions to stretch your civics muscles, which, by the way, can be exercised at any time by listening to our podcast at civics101podcast.org. Which article of the U.S. Constitution gives Congress the right to, quote, define and punish piracy and felonies on the high seas, and offenses against the law of nations?
You'll find congressional duties in Article 1 of the Constitution. All right, teams. Ancient Greek mathematician Euclid is often referred to as the father of this branch of mathematics. Matt of Trinity.
Geometry.
Yes. This politician served as Speaker of the United States House of Representatives twice. Once from 2007 to 2011, and again from 2019 to 2023. Desmond of Trinity?
McCarthy?
Sorry, no. Sauhegan? It is Nancy Pelosi. Sid Vicious and Johnny Rotten were members of this punk band whose 1977 song God Save the Queen was banned from being played by radio stations in Great Britain for its attack on the monarchy and British government. Desmond of Trinity.
The Sex Pistols?
Yes. German scientist Wilhelm Conrad Röntgen discovered this type of radiation in 1895. Kaysen of Souhegan?
X-ray.
That's right. CF is the symbol for this radioactive metal named for a state. Kaysen of Souhegan?
Californium.
Yes, we'll give that to you. On the seven wonders of the ancient world, only one still survives and is the oldest. It was built in the 26th century BC. It is the Great Pyramid of Giza, but that sound ends our game, and Trinity is victorious with a win in today's quarterfinal match. Congratulations, Trinity. We'll see you in a few weeks when you take on the team from Merrimack High School. And Souhegan, congratulations on your first round win and for making it this far. We hope you had fun. We had fun having you here. And we hope you had fun at home as well. Thank you so much for joining us this week on Granite State Challenge. We hope you join us next week when the team from Nashua South takes on the team from Plymouth Regional High School. That'll do it for us this week. I learned a lot, and I hope you did as well. We'll see you next time.
Major funding for the production of Granite State Challenge is provided by Unitil. Additional funding provided by NEA New Hampshire, Safety Insurance, DF Richard Energy, HRCU, and viewers like you. Thank you. Studio support for Granite State Challenge is provided by Prue Oil and Propane.